Put an intention to the day. It could be for you, it could be for someone that you love. And with this, we're gonna take one deep breath with your arms up. And then take it down.
So when it comes to movement regarding a crucible, it's all about pace. We've got to figure out the pace where everybody can handle it. Out here, it's real easy to see on a trail if people are keeping up and if the pace is right. But out in the business world where people are remote and in cubicles and across time zones, it's really hard to know when it comes to movement with a project or an initiative or day-to-day operations, whether everybody is on board. It's so important to communicate, to look back, to set expectations, to know where people stand. And what we have to do is constantly take our time and ask questions.
If it's okay with you, you go first. You know the trail the best, so you can just get us, because the last thing I want to do is lead you on the longest way possible, and you've been up before, so if that's okay, would you go first?
Yeah, no problemo.
I really wanted to walk up and down the line as we were walking to make sure and check in with people, partly because in my mind it could be dangerous, rolled ankles, exhaustion, but also in my mind I was thinking the vets, they probably don't need that, right? Like they've done many of these sorts of things, but I just went with my authentic approach of just do it and see what happens.
Being that first one, you need to make sure you're watching literally where you step, because the step you take is the step the person behind you is gonna take, and all the way through the back of the row. And I think that adds also, the pressure to make sure that you're looking at the surrounding, that you're making the right decisions. And I messed it up a couple of times. I went up a hill that I didn't need to, and I was like, oh no, it's this other way. And you think about, the pace on the field, and you're in that first level of leadership, let's say, everybody's behind you, and you take this back into the business world. You have to think of, am I going too fast, and is my team being able to follow me? And I think when we go back into our offices, it's good for us to be very aware of, how am I driving this team? Is this team having what they need? Do I need to slow down? Is there anyone that needs a bit more of attention? Do we need to go faster because the team is asking us, because the team can handle it? When we're making mental effort at work, when we're putting, the hours into the day to get deadlines done, it's the same thing. You want to make sure that the pace is just about right, and you can stretch your team a bit, but not enough to make them burn out, right?
At one point on one of these trips on a glacier in Alaska, we got all spread out, and one of the military veterans said, hey guys, you want to go fast? You go alone. You want to go far? You go together. And I think that's really the essence of what we're trying to do here. I don't know if you can tell by the scenery behind me, but we came up from the bottom of that canyon yesterday, and there was 12 of us. And it was a very steep climb, rocky. Somebody described it as kitty litter. And what we decided is we'd have to stay about 10 feet apart so that nobody would get hit with rocks and people would find comfortable places to take a break. Well, the expectation was set that what we would do is you would move at your own pace. You would take breaks when you were out of breath, and you would move. And I was thinking about that in the business world. Do we sort of set those sort of expectations with people? Hey, you go at your pace. Well, the objective is to get to the top, and we'll all get there together, we'll regroup. But are we thinking about, hey, you know what? I trust you to go at your pace because I know that you understand the common purpose of the team and the objective, and that we're all going to get there together.